pinch through, but they're not trying to take like top mid control or anything like that. They're not playing slow at all, which obviously they usually don't. So I'm curious to see what the adjustments here are from Sentinels. I mean, do you continue to just maybe keep the cam on mid, empty and push out from A main or B main a bit harder? But to do that, I mean, listen, you have the breach, so you do have a composition that can push out, force those early duels, and then try to buy time on the other side with the Cypher. The question is where do those trap wires go to avoid that paint shield that Jing's been so good about?
Time will tell, but an adjustment absolutely necessary here for the side of Sentinels to try to get themselves back into this. I mean, very much, I almost mirrored down to the very rounds how things started on Breeze. Just inverted for Paper Rex to be the ones in the lead. Second again, looking for the rush play, jumps in, but Forsaken again is ready for it. Changes up his position, hands over, still on top of the box. For the final one, so equalized, both teams losing their raises within the first 20 seconds of the round.
Yeah, just a backup coming in quick from TenZ because they realized that it was only Forsaken here on the A side. The likely going to be on the B side, but a heads-up play from both teams. Paper Rex.
Cage trigger.
Near theft across. Getting the spot out.
Oh,
Molly, TenZ, he can't get out of it.
Planted.
TP not going to be fast enough. Something coming away with the kill, and TenZ going to be kicking himself for that one. Clear onto the trap wire. Push forward to buy. The play up within the smoke. It's about to expire. Fault line catches. He tucks around the corner. Clear out on the haunt. So not revealed, but they should know that there's going to be someone within the site.
There's a fragment. This is all just to buy time, though, because something is coming around, and Device stays alive!
Can't find anything. Does manage to find a kill, though, with the cleanup coming through. No audio required. Paper X will still close out the round, and that's a fairly hefty commitment here from the side of Sentinels, not having that Nightfall now.
Yeah, they dumped all those ultimates, right? They used the Omen ultimate as well from the Shadows to provide backup. They were using that Nightfall for the retake, and Forsaken, as soon as he sees the abilities come out from A main, he just knows it's a pinch.
Yeah. Just divide, the Sultan continuing to hold the line. One of the top-rated players from this team during Pacific's regular season as well as at their international performances, and he is continuing to deliver here today. Right now, it feels like Paper X have very much woken up.
Oh, command at the ready. That's all the trap wire's gone.
Yep, takes it away. Work cut out for John Cutie. Now we can just do nothing but really back away through market up towards Boba. The plant comes in, recover on the wingman as well. Just wanting to be able to potentially get that daze off.
They have the showstopper, and they have to be aware that there's going to be more flanks. I mean, that's been Paper X's MO, both on Breeze and here on Sunset. So they got to go in quick and have someone watching market.
Get this rocket lined up. Second, trying to think about where they could be approaching from, where they could be squatted at, rather, inside of B lobby. But the back away comes through. They know the rocket's going to be sent towards them. So it's up, being avoided. TenZ, however, with the Guardian, looking for a second kill. Will get taken down, but Sentinels getting themselves into a very strong position. Something trying to spam out, doesn't find anything. The grab here, onto the spike, holding for the defuse. Something trying to stop them, but he cannot. But do they have the time? Yes, they do.
Oh,
0.9 seconds remaining. Sentinels will scrape by. Two players left standing at the end of it all, but they get themselves a second round win.
An absolutely necessary win as well, because Sentinels, their creds would have been in turmoil if they didn't win that one. Even now, they're going to have to stick to those half armors if they want to continue on for the rest of the half. No better time to stop the bleeding, though, when it's at 6 points. You can at least try to equalize at 6-6.
Let's see if they're going to be able to do just that. Red Bull, we saw some sunset. It was 6-6 at the end of the half, so maybe Sentinels can make that happen as a thrash. Oh, it's such a shallow angle! They can't reach the corner. He can't try to take it down. Instead, Devi will just finish him off. He takes a bit of damage there for his trouble, but the kill is well worth.
Pretty sure that Thrash ate that extra bullet here to keep Devi alive, so hey, it works out one way or another. Now Devi already watching for the other side.
In the stack, though. Everybody over on this A-Link side. Thrash about to be available. There it is. Gets sent in, but something going to be taken down. Actually, the aftershock finds him. Jing pushing forward, able to find one.
Yeah, but B's open. This is what Devi was setting up for. It's because they had the Omen ultimate. Unfortunately, Jing can't stay alive, though.
Dude, TenZ loves that box. Just continues to play on top of it. And this time, just find a kill. TP across. Bring in market. Devi, good for one. Backs away. Pops the cage. Both of them going to be just pulling back into B main.
They've got that camera to spot for them first, so just going for the 2v2, trying to swing out from left and right.
Sniper v Omen on both sides. Dart does go out, but doesn't get the connection.
They hear both.
Now they know. He's not holding on to this one. John Cutie with the lurk forward, finds the kill, leaving it now to Mindfreak. Another tap. Spots one, swings, gets him. The stick coming through. Tens just gonna be holding this one, but Mindfreak narrowly gets the headshot to clutch it out. PaperX now moving up 7-2.
Devi's movements have been very fluid here in Sunset and just always giving that extra insurance plan should their initial push not work out. Even here, already clearing out that B site nice and early. Now here, Forsaken didn't realize there were more than two that got caught by the thrash, but Devi opens it up, Mindfreak closes it out.
Just narrow margins here. Tens, nothing left to do there other than to try to just stick it. Seas does get bound, but Jing finds Saucy. Catching him, just no hope of escape. Boombot now going to be sent through. Wingman goes forward, Plant going to be coming down. John Cutie in the meantime just staying quiet, hovering in the corner within this smoke, just trying to wait for a timing. Tens arrives on the scene.
Yeah, just Sheriffs, so not much to be done here from Sentinels.
The Molly forces him out into the open, as does the Paint Shell. A deadly combination as Jing rushes forward and gets himself a fourth, now on for the ace.
Celsius, does he give it up here?
He needs to die. It's a question of does he get found by Jing, who is very much on the hunt. Swinging around, spots one, something, does he give it up? He doesn't die, but Devi will take it for himself. There's a, buddy, sorry. I'm not losing my gun.
Devi's always the one that keeps things grounded here for PaperX, as crazy as that might seem.
Devi is the clutch player of PaperX, man.
Well, with that, with that kill, I mean, even though eventually if he died to an opponent, he would have gotten anyway, but the Rolling Thunder comes online for Zelsis, so one more opportunity for them to try to claw back at the very end of the first half here.
Wow.
Just a monster.
My record was 8.
And again, weak buys, but still, the movement is always impressive. The crispness of the shots, always impressive. Prowler out, quick clear onto that one, 0 point. Maybe getting a catch onto only Saucy, otherwise not much information going to be gained here from PaperX.
Yeah, and Sentinels with a push out, something they haven't done here in mid.
Second around the corner, and Tens in a very forward position in Courtyard, catching Devi unawares.
Yeah, there was no way PaperX could have expected that. It just hasn't happened at all in the past 10 rounds, so can't quite fault him. Just good heads up from Sentinels. Good adjustment.
Backing away, sending out a smoke here. Spike does get brought around towards B. Answering smoke out from Tens, however, trying to dissuade them from pushing forward into that
Which
site.
is your favorite player?
Yeah, I think you have to push your top mid, because you've already given so much insight on B.
Need that Boba control, really, to try to wrap around. Push through market door shot. Likely to just be a death sentence here.
Now, Jing wasn't spotted. We'll see if they're aware.
He's rushing forward now, though. Could have heard some of it. Tens, however, going to be good for one. Tries to clear out on that Dizzy, but then gets taken down. Second. Still in market, finds one, but
30 seconds left.
We'll find him. 2v3. Disadvantage for the side of PaperX. 24 seconds now remaining. Spike needing to be planted. Jing, however, now finally striking. Catches Saucy. Swing around the backside. Mindfreak finds John Cutie. The spike can be planted. And Celsius is the last one standing.
Oh, the time?
It does push them off. He's not planting, and Celsius gets them lined up and stunned up to be able to close out a third round here on the half for Sentinels.
Baller play. Just absolute guts of steel from Zelsis to throw out such a high-impact ultimate in a 1v2 and then close things out on the clutch. It starts with this great push out from Sentinels, something they hadn't done, and then they're able to hold market control and B site from John Cutie as well, just staying alive for as long as possible. That gives them all the heads up that it's eventually coming B. And then Zelsis, just high fashion.
Very excellently done from Zelsis. A chance now for Sentinels to get a fourth round on the board, but that is a devastating way for things to kick off. Your smoke's now eliminated within the first 10 seconds. Tens gone, trying to push forward into B main. With a quick shot finds him. Now John Cutie's position revealed. The rush forward, though, has him lined up, but cannot get that second kill. It'll just be a 1-for-1 in that regard, but the advantage still held by PaperX.
Yeah, seconds a little far out, Sale.
Molly towards Boba.
Yeah.
Mural theft going through.
Totally
Celsius, oh, this time,
this might
no
be
shenanigans coming
good.
through. Jing,
Yeah,
yep,
this
okay,
is going
finally
for
gets the
the
kill.
fun, I think.
Took him a couple checks to be able to get it done, but given that he was stunned up, there's no reply possible for Celsius. Saucy on top of the box, gonna be able to find one Mind Freak. Gets him, then falls. With 2 members left standing, Paper X will be able to close it out for a 9-3 half once again.
Yeah, I love that Jing just was 2 ahead of himself. He was so scared about the Nightfall that he kept having to swing back around, but closes things out. The Thrash coming out once again. That's what, 3 Thrashes in the first half or something. Great play. His utility's been really impressive here from the get-go. I mean, the mollies have been good. The Dizzies have been getting the information that they need. Even there, just throwing it out just to check for his teammates coming in from market. So this is something that has clearly been practiced.
Yeah, for sure. He's been looking very much at home with this one. Constantly finding value and getting picks. And oh, we had to do him dirty with this one, didn't we?
No, we're showcasing how aware he is about the second person swinging out.
Not forgetting that there's somebody in the corner.
Exactly.
He's always aware of it. But that is going to bring us down to the half. 9-3, much like we saw on Breeze, but this time with Paper X way out in front. I mean, I was thinking coming into the day that this was going to be destined to be a 3-mapper.
Yeah, I was really hoping
It seems like
for
right
it.
now, given the pace that we've been seeing, that is very much on the cards unless we see a huge run back from Sentinels.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, with the composition they have, you know, the rain is in their hands. With the breach on the fade, they can force the issue a bit easier here on attack without worrying about, you know, the other team going the other side. Maybe you losing out on timing for your cooldowns. You have much more control. However, the big question is Forsaken's timing on those 0 points, and then of course the Gecko as well. I mean, that Molly, we saw it even get a kill here on Sunset after it trapped up Tens. Now that it does damage over time when it first lands, it can really slow things down.
That heavy impact here from second, getting shut down time and time again. Forsaken. I mean, I wonder if Forsaken just runs his drills with Jing. Just blast back at me over and over again. And I'm gonna see if I can kill you.
Wow, I've never thought about that.
Condition. Say like, okay, this time we're gonna do it, you know, where I'm stunned. This time we're gonna do it where I'm not stunned. This time we're gonna do it when there's a flash coming my way, and just kind of do that.
I mean, honestly, it's probably the best practice you can get with someone like Jing, right? Just the fastest raise that we've seen on the pro scene.
Well, now we go into the pistol here. The start of the second half. We'll see if Sentinels can pick this one up and one step towards running this one back into their favor.
Oh, the stacks on board for Paper X.
0 point out from the top. As Dizzy goes up as well, nothing going to be spotted over here towards A main.
Yeah, but that gives so much time for Jing to set up here, and that's full A main control from Paper X. They're finally making sure they keep eyes on mid. Not a double angle though.
Okay, Forsaken. Last bullet, able to stabilize. Gets that shot across, taking down second. Bit of a rocky start here for the side of Sentinels. That entry power taken away from them.
The map movement is very good for Paper X. They throw out the paranoia to make sure they buy time. Then they can refill the gaps here near Boba. You still have the Cypher utility online on B. Just leave the Gecko to wash for A. I mean, this is good. Sentinels, I don't know if they're going to be aware that the entire team is already here on B side for Paper X.
Quick check there at top mid to see if there's anybody looking forward from the side of Sentinels. At 0 point, doesn't find anything. Blindhammer goes across. Forsaken's going to be finding Saucy. Now Jing getting the pick up there on John Cutie. Right, dead. Tens putting that recovered ghost to good use. Comes up with an elimination as Zelsis with the classic finds himself a third. Now we're into a 1v1. Something well aware of his position. Has the wingman, has the Dizzy.
Yeah, something just has to wait, right? You hear the spike plan, you can even throw out both of your utilities to make sure Zelsis can't react. Zelsis is surely aware of this.
He's playing forward. Running out of time, though. Zelsis is going to have to try to commit to this one. Wraps around the backside of the pillar, taps it. Just seeing where the approach is going to be coming through. Dizzy goes out. Targets. Does manage to get the blind. 3 seconds remaining. There's that. Zelsis snaps onto something's head. Picks up a 4th kill. And a 4th round for Sentinels. What a hero play.
You have to feel for something, because I assume in his head, he threw out the Dizzy, it hits, and he's not sure if Zelsis then decides to get off the plant and swing out, so he doesn't bring out Little Bro for the stun. But Zelsis, after all that time passes after the flash, he's like, you have to be wrapping around. You're still not, you know, he hears him at the last second as well.
What a reaction. 14 HP, the difference between round 1 and round lost. But Sentinels, they pick up the W. And that's exactly what they need.
Yeah, Vandal here for second as well. Heavy investment. They want to be able to catch right back up.
10 for the Guardian, finding Jink. Spam through just over the heads here up Forsaken, who's trying to push forward, but 10's gonna be close range. Still gonna be good for it. Can even take the Sheriff if he wants. Busy will find one, or trying to be snatched up here by something who wants to get that Thrash online, but Saucy playing close by, able to get the punish.
Well, that about wraps up the round itself. It's just a matter of can Paper X do a bit more damage. Obviously something eventually did get that ult orb on A main, so they got one piece of advantage. Looks like they're just gonna make sure they stay doubled up, and at that point probably try to die to the spike.
Yeah. Nades in the corner. See if they can clear out any drop wires. Cam now going to be destroyed as well. Trying to Divide. Likely to just get in a position where they can sacrifice to the spike. Not give any additional kills over, because I mean Zealous is again getting that plant, getting that 4K in that first pistol round of the half. He's only 2 off.
Exactly.
Having that Rolling Thunder.
That's why he's going to push out. You have to. I mean, you only have the Stinger anyway. He gets one and dies. Rolling Thunder's online.
And yep, for the bonus, he will have it. Mindfreak with 2 nice kills. Let's get a little bit of extra punish here. The larger weapons, though, still going to be very much held from the side of Sentinels, though. So not going to be feeling too rough around the edges when it comes down to that economic impact.
Yeah, with the Rolling Thunder on the bonus, that is huge. I mean,
shades of stacks right there.
They can really just barrel through a site. Oh man, that's crisp as always.
Fantastic shutdown.
Now here's the crazier part is that if Sentinels predicts that Paper X is just going to bail because of the Rolling Thunder, they can even just try to creep into a site and then use it against a retake. I mean, lots of options here.
Yeah, I think that would definitely be the preferred strategy here for them if they can get that space. And right now, it is being given up. Paper X pulling very far back. Like Jink wanting to recontest, but has to back away as the Rolling Thunder does go crashing across. Paint shells into the corner to try to disrupt him. John Cutie catches Forsaken, trying to rush out of the smoke. Freaks counter spraying back through. Will be able to equalize there. 1 for 1 going to be found. Now Mindfreak gone. Brings Sentinels back into an advantage as the spike gets planted here on A.
Sentinels still pretty decent position. They can always wrap around back to elbow. Paper X just has too many angles to clear. And not enough members to do it.
Something needs to land this opening shot, but this flash timing works against him just a little bit there. Ends up falling down. Jing with 1. We'll find Saucy, but there's still so much work to be done, and they know exactly where both players are from Paper Rex. So second, swinging around over the top mid, trying to, or A-Link I should say, trying to get this catch, but then just backs away. Seems like they will just go their separate ways. Allow these 2 players to carry their weapons forward, but Sentinels not really going to be concerned about that one. They're more concerned about getting that 6th round.
I love the idea from Sentinels to go for the hunt initially, though. This is their bonus, so if you can try to get a couple of those extra ult points, a couple extra creds, and then shut down the economy of Paper X wouldn't have been bad. But once you realize it's going to be too far of a stretch, both teams just going their conservative ways. And Sentinels, they're starting to catch up.
They are. Only 3 rounds now separating. As very similar to Paper. I mean, we saw Paper X pick up 4 consecutively before Sentinels were able to find one. Sentinels very much on that same track. Paper X still a world away from having that showstopper, from having that null command. Something still off the Thrash by 2 charges.
Cover going on.
Only that from the shadows available at the moment here from Mindfreak.
Oh, and that should open up the ult door for the Nightfall here as well for Sentinels. Saucy, if he picks that up, that's another free hit onto the A side. Paper X, they got to be aware of the possibility.
Decently split apart here. Something would have to rotate back through the link, though. Try to avoid it.
You have the trap wires on site. I mean, I think you can try to hold some further angles, rely on the traps here.
Ooh. Going to be spotting
Cage trigger.
Jing there for just a brief little moment. Mark it as Mindfreak should have been spotted there on that jiggle. Has to try to back away. TP up onto the top 10s again, trying to go for the box play. Ends up falling. Something good for the kill, but second pushing forward into the smoke. Finds Mindfreak to trade it back. Man stunned. Cross. Faces him up for just a little moment there. The pop flash out of the smoke. John Cutie, however, counter swings back. Catches Forsaken, but Defy gets him. Now it's all on Celsius, and this time he won't be able to get it done.
Yeah, but a lot of weapons dropped once again for Paper X, so they are constantly on their back foot. Sentinels, they'll be able to buy right back up. Just a Nightfall being invested in terms of heavy investment. And something, just heads-up play, trying to hold a bit of an off angle.
That's like a cat.
Wow.
He likes elevation, it would seem. Just if there's something high up, he needs to climb it. Just go for his perch.
Yeah, you just can't resist it.
मैं भी send कोई support कर रहा
It's like a glass bottle on top of the box that he knocks off.
Yeah. If he fits, he sits.
Breaking the win streak here. Paper X get themselves to double digits, but as you were saying, economically, Sentinel's still in a very strong spot overall. Thrash going to be coming through. They blinded up and dive sports. Not going to be finding too much. Forsaken eating quite a bit of damage to the box. Just wanted to get that fragment through, but doesn't really buy them much space.
Yeah, Sentinels can back off of this. I mean, they took out the Paranoia and the Thrash. They scratched up Forsaken a ton. A lot of value earned, and you already have mid control from John Cutie.
Cut across, Jing catching Saucy there. Cutie is looking forward, sends up the cyber cage, Boombot. Not going to be finding much. Pink Shell's actually getting clipped onto the corner there of the wall. Not going to be bouncing where he wanted it. Either way, it's lurk forward here. John Cutie getting himself situated in market. Trying to go for a backstab through Boba potentially.
One way.
One way is set up, and Jing, even though the flash comes in, saw just enough intent to be able to get that elimination first and foremost, and now John Cutie going to be spotted. Thing down, pushes on the corner, Divide, ready for it, takes him down, continues to swing out, continues to challenge, but this time will pay the iron price, but so too will Zelsis, as there's just too many players waiting for him. It's all in seconds!
Oh,
and he gets 3!
Seconds left.
Forsaken a world away!
This is why
And
you
at
do your aim
46
training.
HP, and yeah, Second has brought this one back to
And
the
एक number one player
break.
है
20 seconds remaining, doesn't know where he's at, bounces his way forward, wraps around, where does he decide to plant? Quick tap. In the
timing हो
open.
गया
Forsaken swings the corner now. He will be able to spot him.
Spike planted.
Sees him and gets the headshot. 6 health remaining for Forsaken. Second, the world on his shoulders, and he crumbles at the very last
timing हो
moment.
गया इसके साथ
What a play from him, though, to keep them in this round.
A highlight of the match for sure from Second, but it just was not enough. A darn shame for Sentinels, because it would have paved the way for the comeback.
Absolutely unreal spray down.
अच्छा दिल बनाया यार इसने
But it all started there with Jing, getting that catch onto Saucy.
One enemy
And that one-way setup from Divide. Just he and Jing playing around it so beautifully.
Yeah, really good adjustments from Zekin.
And all he said was, nice. That's all his teammates give him in that one.
Yeah, just
You don't want to
slow
distract. You don't want to distract. You want to keep him, focused in on it, but I'd be losing my mind.
टाइम आउट हो गया
But that will be a second timeout now called here from Sentinels. Even with the initial run back on the half, Alex very much kind of comfortable to just sit back and wait for these to pop up. Let them make these adjustments on their own, it would seem.
Yeah, I think if you're Paper X, you're looking at the movement from your players and you're happy with it, right? Even though you're losing a couple rounds, their adjustments have been good. They realize what areas of the map are empty. They realize how they need to cover it up. Jing's movement, very quick with the blast packs as always. Omen even using that from the shadows this past round to make sure they fill in the B site. So the pressure continues to be on Sentinels, who has 5 rounds to try to catch up here. 6-11 score gap. Zelsis trying to bring the vibes back up for the team.
See if he can, though. Because now at 11, the run back is quite difficult here for Sentinels, but they got 2 pretty big ultimates
roll
here,
issues
but
roll
perhaps
issues
on the opposite side.
The showstopper is going to come out from mid for Ching. It looks like the Paranoia primed as well.
Right now,
To the tiles.
that's decent for Sentinels, given that they are split away from mid. No one playing over towards Courtyard whatsoever, so if this is just going to be a rush showstopper play, which it is, he's not going to be able to find too much of anything. Just
But
sends
yeah.
it widely. Maybe going wide.
Sentinels
Passes Rosa,
की रीड
second
देख
as
रहा
well.
है
Now
को
rushing
पता था
forward.
कि वो रेज वहाँ पे
For
एंड
target.
करेगा
Do they read the demise in the smoke? He pushes out.
Spike
It's
down.
going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Saucy taken out.
Divide
Showstopper
to
does find its
Saucy.
mark.
All right, well, that kill buys enough time so they don't have to give up Boba on the side of Paper X. They're able to pitch back onto the site, and Zelsis,
Out of charges.
he's trying to create another opportunity as he's already flanking mid.
because Elsis वो फ्लैंक कर रहा है
Going to be chipped down to 77.
उसका
John
game है
Cutie forced out into the open because of that
बस जिंदा
volley.
रहे हैं ये सब
Still comes away with a kill on the something.
Zelsis all the way up
अबे
to
spawn चला गया
Boba,
वो
going for the wild card play.
जल्दी जाए तब कांट किसी का है
Plays out here for them. Because right now, Tens and Second trying to hold down the front line. They're so damn weak. Second going to be taken down now. Tens flushed out. It's all on Zelsa's shoulders, but Mind Freak will find him. And the timeout is not going to result in a round win. It's going to be Paper X now moving up to map point.
Zelsa's had a master plan, but Mind Freak was just one step ahead of him. The entire team of Paper X, they had no intention of trying to stick that defuse. They wanted to bait out where that flank might be coming from. They knew it was either coming from Market, and then he realized with that time, maybe it's coming all the way from Boba.
Excellently done. I mean, he ends up dying, but still critical picks coming through there. Just getting rid of that fade, getting rid of Saucy. All down on this one, but yeah, Mind Freak with the read. A great catch. Now brings Paper X just one round away, pushing us all the way to Haven.
Oh, and the read is here again from Paper X. They are stacked to pinch
Q&A
push. Mind Freak!
Guns him down! 2 quick kills can be found. Now sends out the Paranoia to back away safely. And already it seems like the round and the map should be done. 3 players left. Zelsa's in desperate need of his ultimate. Needs 2 kills. John Cutie! Coming up cute! Something, however, answers back. Saucy Zelsa's now on the ground. John Cutie, the last man standing. 1v1. Something wrapping back around. Making his way up top. Forsaken will bleed out. And John Cutie, who ITL Sentinels comes up huge to extend the map. Bringing that one back to the brink with a 4K.
All right, where's that timeout, Alex? I think we got to calm the boys down just a little bit after that past one. That desk is not safe for that.
He'll call it. 12 to 10, that's when he'll call it.
Wow, I mean, great call from Paper X at the start of the round. They just overheat. They think it's going to be an easy clear. And John Cutie, it looked like we were in an ice ultimate for a brief moment there between John Cutie and that was something.
That was like 30% of his kills in just that one round right there. Just an enormous round from him, picking up 4. In this one. Prowler out, not finding too much of anything. Second, be able to spot that one. Oh, he spots corner of Jing there, but Jing able to find the elimination. A 1-for-1 so far. Something does get taken down. Jing now retreating back into Boba. Rolling Thunder pushing them away. Fragments out, flash on the corner. Divine swinging, finds him, catching Saucy during the plant. 10's gonna be taken down. John Cutie and Celsius, the last one standing. Guardian strafing, not gonna be able to find the shot. Neural Theft reveals their position. John Cutie caught off guard. There's the cleanup coming through. Extended by an additional round, but then Paper X, they put their feet down. They say absolutely no more. We want to go to Haven, and they shall.
Man, all those fans that were thinking that Paper X is just trolling around on the first map, boy, do you look silly, because this is just Paper X, right? They'll throw out their own ideas, they'll try it out, and if it doesn't work, they hit back harder on the next map. Coming with a, I would say, bit more traditional. Obviously, Gecko not so much, but the overall idea here is a comp that had some strong theory on Sunset. Something played the Gecko very well, but a big part of this was Jing.
A big part of it was Jing, but also Mind Freak, and I mean, I don't want to read too heavily into this one, but when people start playing with cables, that often means a substitution. Does this mean we get Moniette coming in on Haven to play smokes with Jing still on the roster?
Man, that's an interesting idea, just because Jing, that was probably the one part about Jing being on the roster that was weak, was Haven, right? Because you're like, well, do we play double duelists with the Raze? Do we play the Reyna again? You never really had a clear answer. Curious to see how that pans out.
I'm curious to see how this goes and whether or not I am going to be misreading the situation, but either way, my third map, this is what we wanted and this is what we shall be delivered. The series certainly not disappointing. 13-7 scorelines in both maps, with each team picking up 1 win apiece. Now coming down to the wire for a map 3 to settle it all and see who's going to be staying in the upper bracket in Group A.
And I don't want to get too ahead of myself either, but just looking at both Paper X and Sentinels, already so much hype building up for 2024 VCT as well, right? Both of these teams partnered in their respective leagues and showing up strong here in the offseason, looking like they're continuing to look to improve and innovate for the upcoming metas. These are some good signs here for Valorant esports around the world.
Oh, absolutely, and there's plenty more signs to be witnessed throughout this 6-day stretch of tournament that we do have. Because I mean, even after this one, we've got DRX going up against Full Sense, so the action is going to be absolutely stacked. But as we can see here, it seems like it's just another one of those occasions where you just win on your opponent's map pick.
Yeah, Paper X just looking stronger across the board here, other than the clutch is coming in. The clutch gene still online for Sentinels, but that only got them up to 7. will be able to take that defeat and go all the way to a third map here on Haven.
Well, Jing back on the stage and back in the spotlight. 22 and 12, 295 ACS and 4 first kills.
Can I just say, John Cutie, it's got to be that round where he got the 4 kills, the second to last round of the map here. That's what brought his ACS up, because how are you topping the ACS of a 1915 Zealous Breach that also clutched around?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, sometimes the math just do be like that. Either way, though, we are in for a treat. On map 3 here in our opening series of the ABL between Sentinels, between Paper Rex. Haven is going to be coming up after this break, so don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. You clearly do not want to miss any of the action.
We were say better.
Going out to go for a very aggressive push up. Ten's trying to exit. Cannot. Gonna look to try to get rid of that gun, and he will. Position. So my freak pushing forward. Cutie dropping fully.
अच्छा एक चीज नोटिस किया तुम लोगों ने मोस्टली प्लेयर्स आजकल डॉट क्रॉस इस्तेमाल करते हैं मोस्टली रीमर वन को ले लो डरका को ले लो समथिंग को ले लो और अभी गेम चेंजेस हो रहा था उसमें भी डॉट क्रॉस इस्तेमाल कर रही थी सब बहुत ट्रेंडी चल रहा है आजकल इसका ये पता नहीं कहाँ से लगता
Seas does get fouled from Jing. Out to the open, as does the paint shell. A deadly combination as Jing rushes. One standing.
Oh, the time.
Does push them off. He's not planting.
The RX fan both है chat में भाई.
Ten's putting that recovered ghost to good use. Comes up with a little
Send fans.
Zelsis price, but so too will Zelsis. There's just too many players waiting for him. It's all in second.
Oh, second. 1, 2, and 8 push. Mind freak.
Cut.
ये एफएस कौन सी टीम है यार डीआरएक्स इजीली जीतेगा एफएस बस स्ट्राइक उन्नत डिस्कॉर्ड पे आना हेलो पहले मैप पे जिंग कोचिंग कर रहा था देखा तुमने अच्छा अच्छा
चप्पल is greater than sentinel sword.
हाँ कर दिए कर दिए।
ऑक्सीजन में फिर
रोग हेलो।
हाँ बोल।
हाँ अब ठीक आ रही है। फुल कर दिया मैंने करियर।
ओके। यार डैपर और उसके बिना सिक के बिना अच्छी नहीं लगती सेंटिनल। हम्म। हाँ तो YouTube पे जाके वो जो नीचे वॉल्यूम वाला बटन होता है ना, जहाँ से भी तू स्ट्रीम कर रहा है उसमें नीचे वॉल्यूम का बटन होगा, वहां से कम कर ले ना। उनके लिए कम नहीं होगा। हाँ हाँ। मैं अभी नहीं बोलूँ। अननेचुरल को बोल, वो सुन के बताएगा एग्जैक्ट। सोल्जर का एजेंट पिक बता कौन क्या खेलेगा.
3 of our first series here at APL. We've got PaperX rallying back in a big way, taking Sunset. Sentinel's map pick in 13-7 fashion. And now it will all be settled on Haven.
Yeah, the question remains for both teams, quite frankly, what do the roles look like, right? Even on Sunset, Sentinels going with a bit of a switch up there, 10s off of the breach, and it doesn't pay off. I mean, overall, still great mechanical play from all the players, but team-wise, PaperX just one step ahead, and look who it is.
By Sherlock Holmes levels of deduction.
Monet वापस आ गई.
Correct. Monet
Monet is back.
from Mind Freak. We saw him packing up
हाँ
his
मोनेट भी
equipment.
बहुत अच्छा प्लेयर है.
So now this race is
जी में तो 2 आतंक मचाया था इसने.
because obviously this is something that can be done for this tournament and this tournament only.
Sure.
After this point, we're not going to be able to see it because Jing will unfortunately be going over into the military and will not be available for play. So this substitution, what
Mind
have
Freak out.
PaperX cooked up for Haven?
It's a curious question,
खेलेगा,
right? Okay,
smoke
so you
खेलेगा ये
have
तो.
Divine and Forsaken who can both play the Sentinel, sure. I mean, whether it's Cypher or Killjoy, yeah, there are some options there. But in the past, you know, even before something, Haven used to be their weak spot because they always had to play the Jet Reyna. They sometimes would try the Jet Raze, but otherwise they would just say, okay, Jing, go on Reyna, go forward and kill.
इनको
And if
available
they were
है
able
या
to
नहीं
cause
वो
enough chaos, they
आइसो.
would get the win. But overall, it just was not happening consistently enough.
अरे
Oh, that's a big stare down from Second.
अबे
So
जानते हो जैसे मैं लिखा ना 27 people watching to sub stream ही वो अचानक से जैकिन पलट के मेरी तरफ देखने लग गया. मुझे लगा क्या हो गया भाई.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like for the Sentinel side, this is going to be a bit more predictive. We can kind of anticipate what they're going to do. Whether it's the KJ or the Cypher when it comes down to that Sentinel position, that's still up in the air. But Celsius just showed us a very strong performance on that breach, on Sunset. We can anticipate that that's going to be coming through again.
Blink, yeah.
I love them hamming it up for this one. Second, unwavering in his stare. Dialed in, ready to go. And we can probably anticipate that we'll be seeing him back on the Jet.
Yeah, you gotta imagine still going as that primary duelist here for Sentinels. And if you're gonna have that one duelist, it's gotta be the Jet on Haven. Just so much you can do. And also just great way to break those angles on those entries, the narrow points of Haven that we're also used to after all the years.
Here we are. Let's see the moment
ये
of
खेल रहा है
truth.
Zekken.
Jing is playing Reyna.
It's back.
It's not on the raise, but it's a double duelist setup here for PaperX. Forsaken going back over onto the Killjoy that we saw so much of throughout the last season. Defy on Sova, but yeah, for Sentinels, a bit more stock standard. John
Yes.
Cutie is going to be going for that Cypher without the KO on the opposite side. Again, could have an immense amount of impact when it comes down to holding down whichever site he's a part of. And Sasi
Oh,
also
Reyna पे आ
goes
गया
back to
Jing.
maximum comfort.
Yeah, that Silva coming back is going to be huge. So comp-wise, you got to raise the hand of Sentinels here. PaperX, I mean, they've tried this time and time again and just was never consistent enough. Yeah, they used to have a decent win rate just because they would stomp all over their opponents with their aim, especially back, you know, before we were in the partnered leagues. They were going over to their regional leagues before that. But in today's day and age, I don't know how this is going to work out. I mean, it's not even with the Sky, right? So you can't go for the double flashes with the Lear. This is all just up to Jing and something to go out and frag.
I mean, it's not it's without the Sky, it's without the Harbor, which was one of the big enabling factors when it came down to them playing it, especially on Ascent as well as Bind. So that big util, those waves, the way that they love to just cut the map into slices, into segments, they're not going to be able to do that nearly as easily with this one. So we're looking for high impact from Jing. Needs to be on point as to something. As we go ahead and dive into map number 3, see who is going to be keeping themselves in the upper bracket of Group A. Is it Sentinels? Is it PaperX? Let's find out.
Now with Sentinels starting on defense, the other thing you got to consider is who's going to break those trap wires once again, right? I mean, you're really just relying on those shock darts, or you're hoping that Forsaken flies over and makes the call and someone else is going to be able to break it for them. But this composition with the Jet Reyna, they rely on just piling through. So most ideally, they're going to try to always avoid the Cypher site.
Somewhat surprisingly, we're not seeing really any purchases other than the half armor coming through here from PaperX. So no ghosts, just going to be that frenzy on Jing. Everybody else going to be having classics. It's a very heavy stack here in window. Celsius ready, backside of B, fault line, prepped. First bit of information from Saucy on this jiggle ping. Likely will be sent, but that's going to be a headshot coming across there from something. They get forced back. Smoke going to be drawn out from Tens as well. As they start pushing their way up. There's a trap wire. Ends up getting cleared. Something now dash available. Pushes his way forward here onto the side. Tens lurking within the cyber cage, but a little bit of damage there from that shock dart. He's not ready for something to push forward. And now manages to find two. John Cutie lurking in the back. Finds one back cut. Ends up falling as Jing will be able to collect two with a frenzy. Second now, everything to do. Pushing onto the corner, tries to get the catch, but Jing says no. Picks up 3 on the Reyna here in the pistol round. Paper X will now take the lead both in this map and also in pistols 1, 3-2 across the series.
You know, one thing always holds true for Reyna. If they start fragging out, the comp looks like a genius. So we'll just have to wait and see. Get that Empress online early, and then you can just wreak havoc against Sentinels. But the idea was there. The half armors, rush B. If you get stopped, just swivel right to C.
I'm sorry. I didn't even see the Saucy kill.
Oh, yeah.
He jumped into the smoke, killed Tens. I get that one. And Saucy just died.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
The dice have been rolled.
Oh, there's the stack. The fault line not going to connect. And Jing will just mow them down for 2. And Vanya gets the knife on the Saucy as well.
APAC lives on here at the ABL.
अबे तो fearless खेल रहे हैं एकदम.
Shout out to Team Secret. They might not be in the tournament. The spirit lives on.
Oh, you love to see it. Monyet knows how to have fun.
Tondo Gaming making its appearance. The quick kill into the dismiss.
Oh,
It's
sassy knife.
a gamble stack here from the side of Sentinels. Don't mind it going into this eco round, but can't get a single weapon out of their hands. Everything retained here. And now we'll see how they fare. So far, just 1 kill found from Sentinels collectively.
Yeah, that forces them onto the half armors as well, just so they can buy again after this round should they lose their weapons. And that's not what you want to see against a potential Reyna, right? That just gives them more opportunities to frag out. Jing only 1 point away from that Empress, something very close to his Bladestorm as well.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade.
Okay,
out.
so the theory still lives on with the Killjoy, the Nano Swarms being used to clear.
It's not spot second.
That's more than you bargained for.
Guardian putting it to good use, gets the headshot. John Cutie going to be taken down as Jing, thinking better about pushing up into the window. Backs away. Might get not quite spotted, but no, actually looks like Celsius did spot a frame out of order. Gets some decent damage across. And Forsaken both going to be low HP here on the site. Spike is now planted, time working against Sentinels. Paranoia crashing across, counter one coming through here from Monyet, slows them up. Second still into a forward position, Tens once again up on top of a box. As is his natural positioning now. Celsius will be able to find something, gets himself a
Celsius.
Eliminated, swing onto the corner, Jing comes away with a kill, takes it to Smith, doesn't have the heal.
No.
Just to finish off Saucy. Bonus converted, Paper X start off Haven 3-0.
What's up,
Paper X
Shank?
just flooding the site after, you know, on the post plant because they have that Spectre on Jing. They're just looking to ping pong back and forth around the boxes. They don't even hold on to back site control. They just leave it open. But the Paranoia is so good, it holds enough time.
Oh.
And here, I mean, John Cutie just had no idea there were more than one.
Dominate
not
कर रहे हैं
two.
यार.
Not much to be done there. I mean, Celsius doing his damnedest to try to bring this one back from the brink, but Jing, doesn't matter that it's a Spectre. Just the dink into the body shots on the Saucy, finishing him off.
Something ना operator भी ले ली.
Now with the attack operator in hand.
Yeah, this.
पहला pick निकलेगा.
Oh, never mind. Back. Never doubt him.
Yep, such a narrow little window to work with, but without armor, absolutely destroyed with the wall bang. Celsius gone. Cleared, just clear that close cubby. And now they start to push up. Something continues to wait and see if he can spot anybody who's trying to go for a forward position in sewer, but as we can see, in second, he's got his eyes on it, but he's not looking to really try to take this space for himself.
Yeah, Paper X, yeah, they weren't actually interested in piling through. They just wanted to force to rotate over, knowing that Sentinels is on an eco, knowing that they have to go for a stack. I don't know if you expect Forsaken to be this far up forward.
Perfect accuracy.
Snappy with it.
Yeah, I can. Hold on.
Oh, and then they swing back to A. I mean, Paper X are kind of toying with their food here. Uh-oh, whoa.
For the kill, okay, with the double swing out. John Cutie will be
Does that work for you?
finish the kill, and that gun can be recovered. No one there to watch for this one, but now the ace
Nicky
is
Raven.
going to be blown wide open. So that Vandal needs to be put to good use. And second, ideally, wants to find some form of value here before getting taken out. Then he's only got 20 HP. Damage to the smoke. Saucy as well now, whittle away at. And that's the value I'm talking about. Second does manage to find one, so at least picks up a kill, giving giving his teammates an opportunity, but smoke dissipates. Saucy will fall the op shot. Moniette has the cleanup. 4-0. PaperX off to a roaring start.
An attacker's operators paying off. We don't see that too often, especially this early on in the round, but something makes it work. And this does slow PaperX down quite a bit the longer they hold on to it. Of course, they have the Bladestorm for this round, but if he's always able to get that first pick, and sometimes if it's a Cypher, that just absolutely makes the site free.
Yeah. I mean, the Cypher, the breach, everything. That's all your slow util coming through to try to stop those attacks from coming in. The drop down, I mean, second, even eating the fall damage.
अरे मैंने यहाँ से भी slow करके रखा ना अब ठीक आएगी
but comes away with it, but unfortunately not enough for Sentinels to find themselves around win quite just yet.
So Sentinels, they don't want to be shaken up by early movement too much anymore, so they're going to hold on to that sewers control. However, that's both their initiators being held on there, so no slows, no info, rest of the map.
Tens with a little bit more of an off position. Back wall here at backside is not spotted by the approach. Also doesn't see how far forward they're pushing. Second with an open zone, however, does find an opening kill. Jing pushing up into garage, taken out.
Careful.
I wonder if PaperX, you just try to creep in here after the smokes go off.
B hit है
Easy attack, the push forward.
Tens
Okay, yep, big reveal there. Paranoia send out Tens, catching on to multiple players. There's the reveal, the swing onto the corner. John Cutie able to interrupt the plan. Divide gonna be taken down. Now the spike, completely stranded. Forsaken return spray fire, does find second, however. And he reads that there's gonna be someone in the corner, but he cannot get the kill in Tens. He'll be able to capitalize. Forsaken gone.
One enemy remaining.
The push, or to try and work this one into their favor. Cam comes out, it doesn't see him. Tries to tag him through the smoke and does not. Push up, no! Shorty gets the kill, but he cannot survive. Tens up on top.
Nice round.
We'll be able to finish him off. Up is going to be recovered, and Sentinels get themselves a round win.
The huge kill from Zekin on see-through garage shuts things down, really forces the rest of PaperX to go into B because they had no information on A. So PaperX are going to have to find an adjustment on this early smoke on A lobby, right? That just shut them down from taking any control. A good paranoia coming in from 10 shuts down the approach on B.
Default. Nice, boys, let's go.
Right before he could have disappeared into the smoke. Gets the catch. You don't want to give something any opportunity whatsoever.
Standing ahead.
Still does have the knives, but given the cash, how abundant it is here for PaperX, we'll just be carrying forward that Vandal and save the ult for a rainy day. Empress online here for Jing. Decides to pop that.
Utility at the ready here for Zelsis, but he may be overextending just a bit. He's already sitting quite wide, thinks they might be popping off in the smoke.
He doesn't have the read necessarily that he's already that far forward, but now we'll just be forced to back off as the flood starts coming in. Jing swinging onto the corner, finds one, finds two. Zelsis taken down, goes for the heal, wants to try to get overhealed. Tens will be able to find one before getting eliminated by that Nano Swarm for Forsaken. Something out of the fray, but it's all on second and John Cutie, and given that he has the operator, trying to play for this retake, it's certainly impossible now. Second will just have to back away.
Gotta save that up, but you know, seeing the cred situation here for a couple members, I think PaperX are gonna go for the hunt.
Oh, they absolutely are. Moniette spotting, but gets the note.
Oh, he's gotta run.
Dashes away. Next line of sight. How deep do they want to pursue? Jing already wrapping his way through the B site. And they get the catch. This would be absolutely huge for PaperX if they can find him.
Pinch कर देंगे इसको.
Noise, so is Jing, just trying to disrupt him.
Drops down into the
Jump
corner.
and drop.
Second, aware of it, misses
no.
the shot, throws it the classic, gets the headshot, but so too will Jing with the Vandal.
T-back तक किया उसको यार उसने.
Gets the kill, gets the op, and that'll go right back into something's hands, and now Sentinels very much forced to call a timeout.
I can't believe they bring that op back. You just decided not to buy one up again. You're like, well, if it's free, I will take it, actually. So, okay, attacker's off.
I mean,
Back in the hands of PaperX.
people like free stuff.
You can't just take everything given to you, okay?
नहीं नहीं सिर्फ एक sad story थी.
Sometimes it's not good for you.
Yeah.
गया नहीं था कभी भी.
Well, this is not good for Sentinels.
Definitely not.
The singular round picked up, so they'll end up really slow things down now. Get themselves back into a decent position.
No, I will say, again, looking at the team composition, they don't need too many rounds here in the first half, right? The defense is much tougher for Paper Rex. They're always going to have to push out. They're always going to have to force the duels. You can kind of just sit and wait for them. However, you do want, you know, more than 4, right? Probably 4 or 5. Yeah.
Let's start with more than 1. How about that? That's the first step.
Yes.
And that's what they're looking to that's what they're looking to achieve off the back of this timeout. And we'll be going into a bit of a rough round when it comes down to what
नहीं जाएगा वो, लेकिन 2024 के जितने भी VCTs होंगे ना उसमें जाएगा.
You know, some weapons here, maybe a little all scraped together.
Yeah, if they're going for all the half armors, I believe that should be possible, and they've been planning for that with the half armors through and through. So
इस टूर्नामेंट में कौन-कौन सी टीम है? एक सेंटिनल है, PRX है, DRX है,
but the big
एक
question
FS है,
is
4.
we talked about this during the break.
उसके अलावा
Actually,
कौन-कौन सी टीम है?
you know, the difference between Killjoy and Cypher, and it's just
वो
Cypher
team
shines
liquid
best on
भी है
even
इसमें.
when you're doubling down on a site and just making it impenetrable
For
with your
you,
trap wires.
Ruben.
However, that does mean you have to still be kind of spread thin across the rest of the map. And we're seeing that once again for Sentinels. They go all in on a C defense to Cypher.
Lockdown can be good, you know, locking down a site, I should say. But only if they're really pushing into your site. Second with a very nice opening kill, however, will get rid of the buy. Caught on the cross. Second now, just trying to get himself out to safety. Will be able to do so, but Monyet.
अबे ये कब तक रहेगा यहाँ पे?
Do they read this?
Yeah, but all this chaos has given so much room for Forsaken.
Peace sound.
Sharp.
Second has his eyes trained on Heaven. Does find it. Like you say, Forsaken does buy himself a good amount of space. Swung around the back of C site. You can see if somebody's going to go lurking forward out of that position, but now he's got to be worried about that defender spawn as the double approach comes through. Flash turns from it. Now his eyes are trained.
You have
John
no
Cutie.
idea.
Oh no.
अरे
There it is. The 1-2
Oh!
punch. And
Nice.
Jake does very much the same. Back
Iनका
over
level
at
ही अलग है.
A-Link. The patient play from Forsaken. Absolutely gorgeous. Shades of CGRS on Pearl versus
हालांकि गलती
NRG.
इसमें टेंस की है.
All the way into the back
सी
towards
के
the
गैरेज
finish
में था.
one.
अगर
Picks
वो
up
बी के
2.
यहाँ पे होता ना तो वो यहाँ से क्रॉस नहीं करते. ये
Oh,
इसको होल्ड करने के लिए.
that hurts a lot because
मुझे
you
तो ऐसा
had
लग रहा है.
garage control, C traps weren't broken yet. I
वो
mean,
मिसप्ले हुआ.
it seems obvious to us because we saw the path Forsaken took all the way through, but you don't imagine that he's sitting in
अच्छा
C
ADG
site.
One here, two here.
डिसिप्लिन देखो इसका.
Oh, the calls come
1,
out, it's
2.
just double, and Jing seals the deal with a double of his own. And then they bring up the tempo. They know Sentinels are weak. Even if the trap wires are here, they just don't care at all.
They do not. Lockdown at the ready. Looks like Plant
जिंग का
relatively
रहना
enraged.
डिफरेंट है यार.
Here. Sentinel unable to play forward, given the weapon.
हालांकि उससे भी तगड़ा रहना उसका स्क्रीन का. Scream is the best in the world.
Opened up. On the hunt here is Sasi, but not able to find any connections. The back away, the rolling thunder crashing across. The buy going to be caught by that one into the right corner.
पांचों पिक करेंगे, 4 पिक करेंगे.
Held to have. Swing back out. Celsius is gone. John Cutie going to be mowed down. Second. Needs to do so much work. Dashes back into the cubby.
अरे स्मोक डालना है
Sasi
कहीं
will
पे.
be able to find 2. Knives
अरे
is
smoke
firing.
डालना.
Forsaken finding 1, but the defuse is going to be held. He cannot
Nice.
stop it. And our first thrifty of the ABL will come through as Sentinels get themselves a second round win.
वह PRX ऐसी टीम है जिनका स्टैट्स
right?
एकदम
I
अलग
mean,
होता
you
है
used
सबसे.
3 ultimates
और
just to take back the
इस
round.
टीम में
Sure, the
सभी
Hunter
AMD
Fury
बन
being
सकते
used
हैं.
as a counter to that lockdown, but then you had to
और
use
जिंग
Rolling
यार
Thunder
बहुत
just to make sure you could mask
वो
the
है.
first half of the defuse
Yeah.
and try to stick it with enough time on the stun. Yeah, it gets you the round win, but it doesn't really clear up the problem that you've had all through and through, is that when Paper Rex start to take A main control, how do you stop them at this part of the map?
Good for them to go ahead and finish that one out, like you said. Very costly. Fury would have loved to have some additional tags in there. Sasi doing his job, getting rid of the lockdown of the previous round.
इससे ज़्यादा मजा
Divine
आता है मेरे को वो कैंग को देखने में.
Admit that one.
कैंग बाप है भाई, बाप प्लेयर है वो.
They'll never expect him to not be on top of the box.
Oh, there you go. He's always had that eagerness. Oh man, the
boy.
timings from each other as well. Just the game sense.
See each other by just a moment. Looking forward. Hunter's Fury will pick
Shark.
up something. Taken down by second with the operator. Jing pushing forward. The Lear goes out, spots a brief little bit there of Sasi, but cannot take him down. Ends up falling. Monyet pushing forward, finds 1. Paranoia goes across. Shock dart up into heaven. Would have killed second if he could have gotten the connection. Have to play very safe. The neural theft does come through.
Spike
Oh,
planted.
tense.
The TP in the back, but he takes a shot, so now Monyet aware of it. Oh my goodness.
If Manya can just stay alive, I mean, Devi should have an opportunity. But Devi just wants to hide himself all the way to the end. They're going to play for time.
Just hitting some. They know that two players are going to be very weak. John Cutie, the only one with full HP at the moment. Now second, going to be finished off. Tens up on top of the box.
My God.
Manya finds the kill. John Cutie will not be able to get the transfer. Devi pushes forward, finishes the job, and Paper X move up 7-2.
Monyet knows that they can't afford to take the risk of just creeping into the smoke. So if he's hiding in the smoke, they just have to leave him alone. He leaves that gap to make them think they cleared out that entire corner. But he hides at an angle where he's just able to stay alive.
एक statistics read किया गया था. देखो best player in the world कैसे decide करते हैं.
This is just Monyet with the mind games
ऐसे
device
समझो
leaves out
कि
after
एक
that to
player
mask Monyet's presence.
अपने दम पे
That leaves
कितना
Tens
राउंड
open
निकाल
as
सकता है पूरी टीम के लिए. उसको बेस्ट प्लेयर इन द वर्ल्ड बोलते हैं.
This doesn't look pretty. People bowing down to around 1800 here on the
इस
side.
समय सीनेट सबसे टॉप पे है. उसके बाद ये है
Two Sheriffs, Bulldog,
Aspas.
Vandal, and then a classic. Tens, however, speaking of Sheriff, puts a good use in second. Forward push out, will find something. So this is a fantastic start here for the side of Sentinels. It's something that they desperately need. Swinging around the back, second still on the hunt.
अभी तो थ्रिफ्टी मार दिए बे. सिर्फ एक हीरो राइफल के साथ.
Back over on the side, Jing pushing forward, not ready for it. That leaves just Devi.
नहीं मरेगा.
Is low.
कोई तरीका ही नहीं.
Not far away.
Alright.
Ooh, snappy. Saw just enough of them. And now knows that there's going to be one playing over towards short side. Second on the
सब गन उठा लिए.
untouched by that.
Oh, here comes the pinch. Devi just trying to isolate these 1v1s, but this is impossible.
Yeah, just over the head of second, cannot get the kill. Only one player lost. Sentinels fighting back. Still so much money.
अभी
in the
जो
coffers for
रॉ
Paper X,
एम की
however.
बात किया जाए ऑपरेटर हटा दो.
Yeah, but for Sentinels, I think if you get one more round, you're okay. You're okay looking at the overall
So
map.
this is
You
Navi
feel
वाला.
like you can climb back, but
बहुत खतरनाक प्लेयर है भाई.
points is always still kind of that weird
वही प्रेल्यूड टू chaos वैंडल जो है फेमस किया था.
line there.
Nice, boys, let's go, come on. Let's get 5.
Chance for them, as he says, let's get 5. A chance for them to do just that. The full weaponry on both sides.
Revealing area.
Heavy presence over here towards 8. Dart goes out, something makes it across with the gun barrel. He is going to be spotted. Second now starting to push up, sends out some spray, and something swings right into it. Head going to be spotted. The dash back. Second, finding another sus with the covering fire, takes out the Devi.
Last player
Now Forsaken
standing.
going to be gone, and suddenly it is just Jing forced out into the open. The Lyric buys him some
Nice
space,
shot,
but
yeah.
as he swings back, avoiding the flashpoint, Zelsis will put a bullet through his face, and that is going to be 4 now locked in
Last
for
round
Sentinels.
before the
Okay,
switch.
so Sentinels say, you know what, the best way to stop them at A lobby is just to fight them at A lobby, right? Just keep C locked down with the Cypher utility, meet them where they want to fight. And that's how they're able to stop that round, and now Sentinels trying to get a read on what the adjustment is from Paper X.
Can we help him?
Just the early
Finish
push out
कैसा है?
second.
बढ़िया है,
Something
बढ़िया.
had no idea that he had already been spotted on the jump there.
Ready, I'm gonna flash him.
हाँ मैं लॉक करके रखा हूँ. तुम ही लोग तो बोल रहे थे कि
Fantastic setup there.
गेम का धीमा कर दो, इसका तेज कर.
Huge round to win. Still the cash, though, going into this last round. Only going to be Devi, who has a bit weaker util here. Stinger in hand for him.
Yeah, something has the Blade Storm, so I'm curious that they didn't go for that weapon swap, but it'll stick for now.
Versus here. As is that from the shadows. Just the knives for Zekin, which is a good backup to the operator in case they start really encroaching on his position here. Swing out.
Very
It's gonna be
nice.
fouled. Couldn't put the cloudburst down. Couldn't get out fast enough. Jing with a huge punish.
ये मिल गया
The
इनको.
ult all the way into spawn, just so you can cover both sides. Can't go for the flank as well. I mean, each side already somewhat
Plus उनका
cleared
एक
by
लड़का भी है.
Forsaken.
Monyet's looking away. Gets the catch on the one. TP up into the stairs, but he's getting encroached upon here from behind. Push out Forsaken, looking for Tens, the opposite
Ooh.
hand. He's not going to be able to use it. Monyet now taken down, but
84
he
out
should have
there.
identified the location of the last two players, and he has.
I have more.
Forsaken will turn, he will get the kills, and Paper X will lock in an
Convergence.
8-4 half.
Paper X and all over Sentinels with their classic Reina comp here in Haven on the attack side. Now the big
बहुत
question
hard लग रहा है
is
मेरे को ये.
do you think you need to
Sentinels
push
बहुत
out on
मुश्किल.
defense? Because if you
मुझे नहीं लगता जीतेंगे
you
ये
don't
सब.
really have any information, right? I mean, sure, you can
Sure.
hold down Garage and C with Killjoy, and you have the Sova, but you got to take space off of the Sova. And until that operator comes online, it's got to be the Reina that helps push out.
ये RX का ये है ना बहुत freely खेलते हैं ये सब.
Here from the side of
कुछ भी
Monyet.
करते हैं सब. अभी देखे ओमेन स्पॉन पे टीपी मार गया, फिर उस सोवा को मारा सासी को. फिर टीपी मार के हेवन के स्टेयर्स पे टेंस को मारा.
That really unraveled things for Sentinels.
और तब
Need
तक
that
फोर्सेकन
operator
ही लर्क कर गया था.
to maintain that line.
गजब प्लानिंग है इनकी.
आसपास भी तो छोड़
And
गया
plenty
ना।
to talk about here for both sides as we go into this halftime.
आसपास तो
He
अभी
said
ना,
it doesn't
क्या
take that
कहते हैं,
much
लेवियन।
necessarily
लेवियतान में
when you're starting off on the defense.
आसपास यार बहुत
Especially
कंसिस्टेंट
when
है,
there's
बहुत
a
खतरनाक
Reyna
प्लेयर है साला।
getting ready to play the
उसका
defensive
ऑफ और
side
एम
on
दोनों
the opposite
तगड़ा है।
team.
Yeah, knowing Paper X's style, knowing that it's Reyna, I think Sentinels, their biggest weakness is going to be the fact that they're going to want to play a bit scared at the beginning of each round, right? They're going to want to wait to see the push out comes.
डुएबल है, ऐसा नहीं पिस्टल निकलेगा तब डुएबल, पिस्टल नहीं निकलेगा तो फिर जीजी है।
Now Paper X, if they've finally adjusted from how they used to play this comp, the ideal way would be force that util out and then just back off.
असली मजा आता था उनका मैच देखने में, लाउड वर्सेस ऑप्टिक।
And then you can just reset until the cooldown comes back, pressure it again.
2022 ये ऑप्टिक ये
Or do they just rely
Top
on
3 में
Jinko
आता
kills
है
as they
अभी।
always have done with this
तो
composition?
बहुत अच्छी थी यार ऑप्टिक।
That
अरे,
seems very
उन्होंने मास्टर्स कोपेन रेकविक जीता, फिर उसमें कोपेनहेगन में 4th उड़ता है थे और चैंपियंस में 2nd।
on the
बहुत
composition,
कंसिस्टेंटली
but
खेले सब।
the game plan widely stays the same.
ये नहीं तो ही
Said,
ये नहीं तो
being
चेंबर
prepared
को
for any of
इतना
these
ऊपर कर दिया।
round-around adjustments. That's what we
चेंबर
need to
को
see out of
बहुत
Sentinels
डोमिनेट
because, like you said, likely going to be
अरे उसका चेंबर सबसे अभी तक का सबसे डेडलीस्ट
that
चेंबर
early
है।
aggression coming through.
अभी नर्फ के
Oh,
बाद
this man
भी वो
came
बहुत अच्छी
prepared. They were
खेलता
ready with the camera. Take the shot as soon as you're up on the big screen. I love it. And then I don't know about that wish for Zelsis. I don't know how many of us actually want to see that on stage. The please twerk.
It's content. I guess that's all we can say. Now, Monyet, widely going to be the one anchoring over here at C.
ऑप्टिक अलाउड थे यार, अलग ही था।
Doesn't actually block off, let's see, long access. Just sends the smoke so that he can rotate between backside and back plat. Sends up another one. Wants to try to push forward. Forsaken now joining him here in this smoke, but the smoke's expended. No push up coming through as something got himself into window alongside Jing. Found a kill. Quick dash out. Far too low to try to clean that corner. Ends up backing away. Monyet in the meantime will find John Cutie outside a garage. Second, finish the job. Reyna's gonna be gone.
Back out. Paranoia at the ready as well.
Blind spray through the smoke. Monyet taking quite a bit of damage now. Oh, yep, spotting each other. Smoke a little bit shallow.
अबे पैरानोया अभी भी है इसके पास।
The shots continue to fly. They're just trying to dissuade him from pushing forward towards this cubby.
नहीं यार बहुत डर लग रहा है 4v3 हालांकि 2 प्लेयर उनके लो हैं।
And then it's up to Forsaken.
Surely oh my god, he does. Okay, now going to be stunned up. Saucy finds Forsaken. After shock through the wall, he's in such a rough spot. Tries to swing back in to go aggressive, but
समथिंग लो है, पिस्टल सेंटिनल्स के नाम पे।
Something with 22.
Guaranteed.
Have to be the ones have headshots coming in, but Saucy not going to give him the time of day. 3 kills found. Went away from
सासी वर्ल्ड चैंपियन है भाई, बहुत खतरनाक है उसका भी। 0.48 इस्तेमाल करता है मेरे एसेंसी। मैं तो इसके क्रॉसहेयर भी इस्तेमाल करता हूँ।
Bound cross angle being watched by Zekken over in garage.
अरे इसके बस का नहीं है।
But he's still trying to isolate all these fights.
Saw one in garage. The swing comes through on the opposite side, and Zekken will be able to finish him off. 3 for 3 in pistols across this series. Sentinels, they take one step towards running this one back.
Yeah, I think they somewhat suspected that Paper X would be pushing out of A main, as that's what they usually have always done with this composition back in the history books. It's just the timing was a bit fast, so they get caught off guard. But at the end of the day, this right here, Saucy and Zekken just being well aware that there could be a double peek off of Monyet trying to draw that aggro.
8-6 तो होना चाहिए।
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
All right, well, the vibe's trying to be heightened there. TP across. And yeah, not even a chance in hell there with that Sheriff. Forsaken quickly dealt with, and that C site completely broken wide open. Jing and Monyet going to be somewhat nearby, but something is going to, all the real firepower here for the team with that Marshall in hand. Still has to rotate across. Guardian shots from second. Not going to get the connection he was looking for.
ना 6-8 है ये।
Positioning here. Start just going to be tickling Saucy a bit. Doesn't get too much damage through.
Gotta hope these martial hit. Everyone else has to draw aggro for him.
Shot's not being found. Yeah, but with the dart alongside the Spectre Spray to buy Monyet. Go into the meat grinder. You get absolutely minced. Now it's just Jing and something left standing to see if they can do anything at all, or even try to sacrifice over towards the spike. Swing onto the corner. The Marshal, even with all of its accuracy, is just not lined up. Jing can't get the headshot. Saucy quick with the ghost, comes up with another kill. Sentinels in flawless fashion.
जीतते हैं तब 8-8 होगा।
2 rounds.
So with everything being held over, the Marshal even being picked up as one member of
अच्छा एक चीज
Sentinels
नोटिस
did
किए
not
रो
buy that last
जब
round.
ये
Maybe a little
पिस्टल
bit of
हारते
a
हैं
small upgrade
जो
for
बोनस राउंड होता है ना
themselves.
तो एनिमी टीम हाफ शील्ड खेलती है पूरा ताकि उनको अगले में भी बाई रहे ये नया मेटा है
Fnatic तो यार पूरा मैच ही हाफ
And you have
फील्ड
to
में
imagine
खेलती है
now with the
भाई
buy
साहब
coming out, probably going to suspect another push out from Paper X
उनके
at
पास
least on
इसलिए
A,
सबसे
right?
ज्यादा
Just
बायस
try to
होते
get
हैं
some
वो
body control, so it looks like they're waiting for that battle here.
Check over towards Sewer. Decent damage. And
Oh.
gets himself
Yeah.
over to the brick stack. Even taking
Gameplay है
damage.
यार
Still comes up with a kill. Something dead nice
अरे
early.
नहीं 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 नहीं
Major pickup here for the side of Sentinels is Forsaken.
टाइमिंग अगर होगी तब
Forward.
फिर जीतेंगे
The push,
जो
pushing
कि
in
हो गई
towards him. He's only going to be good for
सही
one.
है चलेगा
Down,
Get some-
attacker spawn.
4v3
No damage even going to be found there onto Celsius. Full HP
Smoke अभी आया नहीं
yet on that
Uh-oh.
jiggle peak, going to be chipped away at down to 78. Paranoia sent out, flash into the back site. TPs over here on
Really?
top of Plat. Now going to be relocating once again.
Yeah.
And down second. Fantastic movement here.
Tens का game.
In a forward position. Dart goes into the garage window area. Does not scout this spot. Device still wary of it though. Watches 10 backs away.
10 का गेम है
Ten's really smart
उनको
here. He
पता
could
है
have
कि
tried to
तीनों
great for the kill, but he
भी
says,
है
okay,
सही
well,
है
they're already rotating back through
बस
spawn.
इसका लर्क तक है
Surely that leaves A side quite
ये
open. Makes the
6-7
call
हो
for him
गया
to rotate over.
7-8
Just gonna cover heaven just as an insurance plan, and now Ten's in prime position.
This could get ugly.
30 seconds left.
28 remaining as the spike gets planted. A site known now by Paper Rex, but 10's on this lurk. Should have heard that jump. Now knife out. Devi again drawing the weapon. Does he read this close quarter?
अरे नहीं यार
He doesn't actually initially, but he reacts to the
अब
weapon
दो
shot
flank कर रहे
10's
हैं
off the bat. Now trying to hold down Sewer's
बात
shot.
सही
We'll just hold down M1. Takes up
सेव
the
किया
kill.
देखो जॉन क्यूटी फिर से
It's the last man standing. Gets the read on his position, knowing that he's on the cam, but the damage is not going
घंटा
to be
जीते
that
गई
strong as he tries to rush, swing around the
8-8 हो
corner
गया
of the
बे
site. Celsius is ready for him, and Sentinels will close out, converting the bonus here. And now are just one round separated.
Hunter's Fury online as well, so Sentinels, they should have the momentum. This was a great play, a nice adjustment and variation on that Cyber Cage. That's also one of the strong suits of Cypher when when you're playing that attack, you can use your own
क्या कह रहे
Cyber
हो?
Cage instead of smoke just to fake out how you put pressure on A main. Shadow steps through it.
पता नहीं 8-8 तो जरूर होगा इतना मेरे को पता है
So it's the small little mini games coming out from Sentinels that continue.
बहुत disciplined खेल रहे हैं
Sentinels
Sentinels
has a good read on the cracks that are showing of this composition's defense coming out from Paper Rex, and that calls for a timeout from Coach Alex.
मुझे बड़ा अलग लग रहा है ये कोच
Suffering some damage alongside the scoreline, as that lead has very much dwindled away.
इसके पहले बाल इसका अलग रंग का था ना
Coaching booth.
Oh yeah.
Rocking
Well,
a nice
but then
knit sweater
Kaplan's-
on top
तभी
of
अलग लग रहा है ये
his,
साला
on top of his jersey.
yeah, but Kaplan's wearing a short sleeve uniform. What's going on here?
I mean, Alex also he's dyed the hair. He's got
Kaplan
black
थोड़ा
hair going
Shroud की
on.
तरह लगता
He's
है
kind of going into like his My Chemical Romance arc right now.
हाँ 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 मेरे को भी लगता है
Going through a phase here for Coach Alex. Curious to see what he tells him, because in my head, I don't know what else you do, right? You,
It's
you
not a
have to push
phase.
out.
It's not a phase, Ching's mom.
Yeah, as he stomps on the desk. Oh man.
Well, things certainly heating up. To come out of
बहुत
the
इंटरेस्टिंग जा
timeout.
रहा है यार मैच ये
See what they piece together. I mean, 2 sheriffs, 2 stingers here.
You have to save up to the op at some point. That's the only thing that can help cover some of the weaknesses, in my opinion.
Forsaken.
भाई
Getting himself tucked away. Oh, he jumped.
I mean,
ना ना मरा 4 सेकंड मरेगा अबे लेकिन 3 है
Okay, yep, the drone saw him. He's screwed. He's absolutely dead.
अरे
Jump
गजब
out, Tens will take him down. Something in the meantime through all of the counter spray. Gets whittled away down to 23 HP.
राइफल्स को इस तरह थोड़ी ना पुश कर दोगे तुम
And it was all going well until a little hop came through.
yeah. I mean, it's also a fairly telling smoke. I mean, sure, you can try to still catch just one, but then the drone comes out, the hob comes out. Everything goes all the wrong ways here. Sentinels, I think, happy to just sit here and put pressure on Paper X just so they have to dissipate.
जॉन क्यूटी का टैप देख रहे हो
I mean, they're the
ए
ones
पुश का
that start
टैप लगाया
the
इसने
rotation right
यहाँ पे
now.
कैम लगाया है
All
गैरेज
the
पुश का
game, that
और
camera and
सी पुश का यहाँ पे लगाया है और ये तीनों चारों उधर जा रहे पांचों सी
Again, up on yet. Trying to play.
बहुत अवेयर है
Paranoia goes across, buys them some space. Counter spam coming through. Sentinel still with just enough time to be
समझ
able
गए
to
कि
get back
multiple
across
है
the
यहाँ
map.
पे
Looks like that's going to be the call.
अब रन गेम है.
Saucy, I mean, Hunter's Fury
30 seconds
could
left.
use that if they want to play for
अगर सोगा पुश किया होता ना ए तो फिर इनको पिक मिला होता कई सारा और चांसेस
the
होते.
man advantage in the weapon.
इसमें चांसेस नहीं लग रही.
Shouldn't need it.
लेकिन पेपर एक्स पास रीड है.
Well, the leer coming out. That buys a lot of time.
चेक करेगा इसको. चेक ही नहीं
They
किया.
have no idea.
अरे
Oh my
नहीं.
god!
भाई.
Check for him.
Wait
He
for
needs
this.
to nail the shots.
Wait for the plant.
Finds one, finds two. Can he get the third? The answer is going to be no. The Levi has given them a fighting chance. But something
1v2 और लो
Someone
ये
left standing.
गन नहीं
Just
इसमें.
has a classic in hand. Needs to get the kill. Does so. Saucy, however, full.
Nah,
HP
इसके बस का
just
नहीं.
about. The Hunter's Fury in hand. A shot
जीत ही नहीं
dart
सकता.
would finish him off. Does he send it? No, he doesn't need to. He gets the shots, but my God, Devi. One more kill and this round is over.
You could just see the gears turning in Devi's head, trying to figure out the ideal scenario in his side.
Which one?
Yeah, I have to get at least a spike
उसके
plant,
बाद jump
and then he says,
क्यों
oh,
नहीं
well,
किया?
second standing still
कौन
as
नहीं
well,
jump
might as well
किया?
go for 2. Almost gets 3.
That one? No, yeah, that one. If he got that, would have been one of the most unbelievable clutch plays that we would have witnessed. He makes it so damn close
ऑलमोस्ट
with
निकाल लेता है
Sentinels.
यार.
हाँ यार सही कह रहे हो.
Saucy.
अब देखो फुल शील्ड वर्सेस हाफ शील्ड से और
Scrape
प्लस
by with
हाफ.
the win, and now they tie us up at 8-8. We're talking about the operator.
देख लिया.
Something has
सासी
to be
देख लिया.
spotted.
यहाँ पे
Did
यहाँ
he know
पे.
the gun in his hand is the question. They should have a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, with the position he had at the very least.
इसका एक हेडशॉट और लगता है ना.
Oh, Jake.
अरे नहीं यार.
Down out of window, still somehow able to stabilize and finds 10s.
नहीं नहीं ओमेन चला गया. इनको जल्दी हिट करना पड़ेगा.
Second to the entry. Up on top of B. Clears the space. They know that the site is open. James still holding forward, waiting to see if somebody's going to come pushing forward. Lear onto the corner. Second is so damn close. He can see perfectly fine. Takes down Jing. Now we're equalized 4-4. Spike being planted over this side, but Monyet arriving. Would be main. Pushing forward, finds the kill. Sends out the smoke. Second, just around the corner in front of him.
Nahi,
Catches him from behind with the operator. Monyet arrives, swings in to find John Cutie. Suddenly it's all on Saucy. Not going to be able to find the kill. Goodbye low. Pick it up. Paper X will once again separate themselves here from Sentinels.
Really good angles held by Paper X, and I want to give props to Forsaken for just staying alive on A link. That allows them to refresh the smoke there. They can't push back out because Sentinels, they had to push out somewhere. So once they couldn't push out the link, they tried to push out back through mid. And then you still got something with the operator covering that from C link. So just that triple pinch here from Paper X working out perfectly.
Very nicely done. Only losing out on one player here for the side of Paper X, but things still close. Cash still available here for the side of Sentinels. At least another round. Looks like maybe
10 को यार मरना नहीं चाहिए इतना जल्दी. स्मोकर है वो.
Empress at the ready. Popping it quite just yet. Some spam on the side. Does he see him? No, it looks like.
Oh no,
Second spotted him, but Jing had no idea. Monyet, however, is there for the counter swing. A 1-for-1 exchange. Not allow for Sentinels to get anything for free. Cam check over at A long. Nothing going to be spotted, and so far it's just Device situated here on this site, but Forsaken's not far off.
Yeah, and that Killjoy util is still going to be able to buy enough time as well. And if there's ever a
अच्छा ये गेम देख के लग रहा है ना कि PRX अपना बेस्ट गेम नहीं खेल रही है, सिर्फ कैजुअल खेल रही है. देख के लग रहा है ये. और जबकि सेंटिनल्स पूरी जान लगाए हैं साले. ये डिफरेंस है.
With this snowstorm going off, I don't know. Oh, Tens was above. Okay.
Tens got up onto the box again. Read this one. Forsaken is getting taken down. Swing out of the smoke. Paranoia. Radiant Monyet trying to pull back away, but it's far too late.
Chances लग रहे हैं ना.
Saucy will take him down. It seems like we are going to be poised, be tied up once again. Something with this operator. I mean, Devi needs to find 2 kills for you to realistically want to commit on the retake.
They want them to peek out so bad, and Sentinels just won't do it.
Hands onto the corner. We'll get the timing there on the Devi. He's not watching for it, and something just has to try to
Save करो भाई तुम आप अपनी.
Drift away. Operator, at least for the time being, will be held on to, but Sentinels will fire right back, not allowing for Paper X to separate themselves any further.
Let's see if that hunt comes out. I mean, Cred's not looking
13-10 PRX.
perfect here for Sentinels, so they're a little wary. Tens just trying to find the obvious.
मतलब क्या कह रहे हो? PRX जीतेगी Sentinels.
So quietly, it's going to be just fine. So Operator will be retained here from Paper X, but Sentinels just continue to go toe-to-toe against them.
ये राउंड जो जीतेगा वो डिसाइड करेगा गेम.
Spotting him there.
सबसे important round है.
Tense as well.
जो हारेगा उसका इको जाएगा.
I mean, the Nemesis
PRX अगर हार गई ये round
decent attempt
तो
here
इको
from
पे आ जाएगी वो.
but
तो 11 जाएगा वो guaranteed.
yeah, I was gonna say I heard Zelsa shout that, and I looked at the minimap. I'm like, nothing's happening here.
Yeah, I was like, oh, are they actually
आ गए अपने औकात पे. 15-13-9.
And I just have a delayed feed. Like, what is going on?
Second best ever.
It's just popping off. It's my job, Celsius. Come on.
Stealing everybody's jobs here.
Good Jing pushes forward. He gets around the recon. Isn't scouted, but second, he's all the way through the link. In the smoke, though, contained. Pushes out. Push forward. Jing now. Taken down. Second, finding 2 kills. Forsaken stunned up here on the site. Here's the updraft. Hits the catch on a 1. Backs away. Wary about to swing around. Runs out of bullets, though, I believe. And Celsius
बहुत high sense है उसकी 4 second की.
Knockdown, low on HP. Spot there for a brief little moment on Asasi, but he gets away from the option.
3v2 ऊपर है.
Stuck into the corner.
Discipline में खेलेंगे तो जीत जाएंगे.
It's not enough to get that kill.
अरे भाई.
Timing just a bit off.
Something miss कर गया.
To have the reaction time.
ये 10-9 है Sentinels.
In the meantime, you see Tens getting himself into position, pushing up just alongside the smoking garage, but maybe it's not necessary because Sasi catches him around the back.
Played.
Something will find his cohort Jet, but then Tens will finish the job.
Second निकाला यार
in the lead.
और इनका B2C split जो हुआ ना वो break कर गया.
Highlight that he so wanted here on Haven. Absolutely breaks apart.
देख रहे हो PRX अब इको पे आ गया है. ये 11 है. सिर्फ जिन के पास राइफल क्योंकि वो पिक्स निकाल रहा था. अब देखना PRX कुछ बढ़िया ट्राई करेगी. मतलब कुछ कोशिश करेगी कहीं इधर-उधर से देखना.
हाँ यूनिक करेगी.
कुछ यूनिक करेगी. हाँ कुछ करेगी इधर-उधर.
The final timeout now called here from PaperX. Just 4 rounds separated from the previous one. Things not looking up for them. Only been able to pick up a singular round. So everything now being laid out on the table by Coach Alex. Try to turn this, close out the map with a win.
Coach Alex के यार पहली बार हम रेड हेड में नहीं देख रहे.
The most success they've had is when they were able to push out, get that early pick, and then reset. Force Sentinels to slow things down, and oftentimes
Harshad, version 1 start का मतलब
slows down Sentinels. But at the very least, you gotta find a way to draw out
Zelsis था version 1 से.
these crucial set play util, right? The fault lines, the flashes, the recon darts. See what the idea is here from PaperX. I gotta imagine maybe another push out from B. No, it's gonna be just a stack on A to push out. Go for the buys. Rely on the Bladestorm here for something. It's honestly mentally this could work out because they do have the lockdown. So A is what you would normally think that they would go for the retake.
देख रहे हो A push है. अरे यार 10 मारा तो दिक्कत.
TP out, Tens is going out the stage. Oh, paranoia timing.
क्या सेव किया भाई 10 अपने आप को.
Major punish here from Sentinels, just dissuading this early
अब 5v4 है plus उनका इनको.
Guardian in hand, Forsaken, full flash, puts some damage down onto Zekin. Pulls away, avoids that aftershock, but now everybody is pushing over.
C में util है इसका यार देखो.
Time being, it's completely unoccupied. Swing in, Forsaken, taking some pot shots, fishing for a tag. Nothing found quite just yet. Plant coming down. Gets that shot eliminated. Zekin once again getting tucked away in front of Black. Zekin rushing forward, tries to go for Zelsis. Getting split between the 2 players. Ends up coming up with nothing. Fault line now going to be sent out. Zekin taking down something. Divide finds the enemy breach. There's still 3 players to go through, however. Divide swings around the box. Finds one, but Tens arrives just in time. Catches him off guard. Now Monyet.
Nowhere to run.
The latest W Gaming initiate to try to clutch someone out. Time taking away the Hunter's Fury. Buying some time. He knows that he can eat at least the 1 shot. Gets it up the half, but with the shot in hand, Tens will put him down. And Sentinels move up 11-9.
अच्छा वर्जन 1 की स्टार्ट थी B2C. बढ़िया बढ़िया. पहली बार स्टार्ट मैंने सेंटिनल्स वर्सेस फैनेटिक के पहले मैच में उसमें देखी थी लॉक-इन में. लेकिन बहुत बुरा तोड़ाए थे सब उसमें.
Looks like the comms just weren't there for PaperX. Tens just calling for the fight, wants to take the initiative, knows he has the free kills.
Quite hear the back end of that one, but I still also work with. Now that Hunter's Fury is out of the way, so the lockdown can get some more value, but not if things something like that.
On
Again,
it.
Monyet up on the B site, managing to find two.
You don't need to greet the site. You've got that lockdown, like you mentioned, Achilles. They don't have the Hunter's Fury on the other side.
Oh, but Divide playing forward, caught out. Paranoia does get the catch, but
13-9 होता लग
not
रहा
much being found other than some damage on the tens.
नहीं प्रॉब्लमेटिक है अभी
That near old depth. TP from tens works his way.
वो सी पे चला गया एंड
Identifying that he is perfectly safe in this position. We did see.
लेकिन चेक करेंगे यार ये सब
One
मरा ये
would be, but Forsaken. He gets in front of it.
What is
TP out. He's trying to run away, but Tens does get caught. Lockdown now going to be invested to try to clear things out. Forsaken. Follow-up headshot. Got Cutie dead, but Saucy snappy with it. Takes him down.
1v2 है प्लस उसका लॉकडाउन है
It's still held in
प्लस पीछे से भी आ रहा है नहीं बहुत मुश्किल है
Know exactly where Saucy's going to be going. He can relay that, but yeah, there it is. The rotate back across from Jing.
देखते हैं 1v1 जीतता है कि नहीं हमको नहीं लगता
Saucy gets this.
लेकिन इसको पता है कि रेना है यहाँ पे
Pushes out. It'll be good for the headshot. Saucy wins that. Who knows what happens? Paper X. They don't give him the opportunity. One more round to tie us up yet again. Paper X try to claw back.
ओटी लग रहा है भाई मुझे
Oh, just firing range here for Monyet with the Guardian. Love the chase down.
अगर सेंटिनल ये राउंड भी हारती है तब भी उनके पास वो रहेगा इको रहेगा तब भी
Manages to get there. Great follow-up on to John Cutie. But this is still on a knife's edge.
All right, looks like Ten's going to try to cause some chaos again. Get some A main control.
Something going on a walkabout out into mid again.
अबे ये कैसा हुआ मैंने स्मोक का
Fire here from Monyet as well as Jing. John Cutie.
Wow.
Watching.
I must wait a moment.
We'll just have his cam cleared.
सही बात गौरव भाई Tens throwing
He's going to get himself right up alongside window.
Take flight.
Saucy will check over here towards A long, but nothing going to be spotted. It's a very
यार ये समथिंग
from Divide.
भटका हुआ है ना
Yeah,
भाई
I
वहाँ
don't know
पे
if Jing's going to get here on time, so
वो
Paper
ले
X,
लेगा
yeah,
उनका
they
मैच
have to decide if they're just going to go for the retake or not. Divide has to be ready with an exit. You have to remember there's that
Okay.
fault
Yeah,
line
तो फिर
potential.
दिक्कत
Well, that tells them everything.
Sentinels के लिए
Fault line does go through. Under stun up there, but Wiley Divide able to exit, but this still is going to have to be a full.
अबे दो फ्लैंक कर रहे हैं भाई और तीन रीटेक खेल रहे हैं
Use the lockdown in the previous round. It's going to be very difficult for Paper X
उनको
to
पता
fight
है
back through.
कि रीटेक
Something
फ्लैंक आ
on
रहा
the
है
backside, they have to clear a trap wire, so they know that there's at least some presence on that flank. Something pushing in, gets that headshot. What in the hell was that? Jing in the meantime off screen. Comes up with one of the tens now. John Cutie going to be taken down, but second still looks to anchor things. But yet pushing forward, finds one, gets some damage across here onto the enemy jet, and he'll be able to finish the job. The Paper X with the
स्ट्रैटेजी देखिए उन लोगों की PRX वालों की
11 to 11.
यहाँ पे वो था यहाँ से आया और A से यहाँ से फ्लैश दिया उसने ओमन ने इस टनल पे
forth for Paper X as Monyet trying to decide, do I go for maximum damage on the site? Do I try to help out in sewers and then call for help because the cyber cage comes out? John Cutie couldn't see a thing, and something just jumps forward alongside Forsaken. I was wondering if something was actually going to try to updraft around the trap wire, but
ये चीज हमको नहीं समझ में
that's
आया
just a quick one. Yeah, the paranoia just keeps him trapped in.
Jump peek a cyber cage. And,
सेकंड
normally that would be Panic City, but he's like, oh, well, he's paranoid, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
What a wild round to tie us up yet again. I mean, you know, suspected that this one was going to go to distance all the way.
11-11
Not there. Why not OT?
अगर ये PRX
Looking
जीती
likely. It's
तब
looking
problematic
likely.
है
They're
भाई
adjusting a lot back and forth.
हाँ
तब सेंटिनल हार सकती 11-13
timeouts. Didn't like what he saw in the past couple rounds. It
नहीं बाय है
seems.
ना
I mean, a big part of it, I think, is Sentinels. They started relying.
बाई सिर्फ इसी में अगर ये हारे ना सेंटिनल्स बाई करके
You
फिर
realize that
नामुमकिन
Paper
है
X has to overreact. You try to overreact yourself, rotate immediately to the other side, but Paper X is
फिर
quick
तो
on
हार
the
ही गए
feet
फिर तो
as well.
13-11 हो जाए
Perhaps a bit of a
वही
deeper
मतलब
mid lurk or something like that could help out Sentinels on those choices.
ये कहाँ जा रहा था
They've had a couple rounds where they actually pressure them and then
अरे उनको लगा ना मल्टीपल फ्लैंक है इसलिए वो जो एक को मार दिए सब तीन थे ना उधर सिटी से रेना सोवा और ओवन
style they're going to stick with.
फ्लैंक पे Forsaken और समथिंग आए थे वो दो मारे वो तीसरा एक्सपेक्ट ही नहीं किया कि तीसरा भी वही है इसीलिए वो उधर देख रहा था अब वो दोनों को ले गया फिर
Operator back into the hands of something. Looks like Zekin just going to be relying on the knives coming into this one.
Zekin 23 पे है
They need to have
10 13 15 10
actually some reserve cash
10 बढ़िया
for
खेल
that
रहा
next round should they lose.
टीम डिफेंस जेल्सिस बेकार खेल रहा है
They win it and it's a bloody.
अरे शाला शॉट यार शॉट यार
finds him on yet and tens. The aggressive TP up
खत्म
catches Jing over
सर्व
his
लेवल
sword. What a start from Sentinels, but now the push forward for second catches two of his own. The turn back around second, however, finds himself another elimination. The buy falls. Tens
प्लस दे हैव ए
gets rid of
इम्पॉसिबल टू रीटेक
an opposing killjoy.
कितना भी अच्छा प्लेयर हो आपके साथ इसको रीटेक करना नामुमकिन है अगेंस्ट वन ऑफ द बेस्ट इसमें कैंग भी होगा ऑफ होगी उसके पास तब भी रीटेक नहीं खेल सकता
I mean, this was Sentinel just reading it through and through right after the timeout.
Just absolute fantastic decision making.
सेव करेगा वो
Whether it was Kaplan, whether it was John Cutie, I do not know, but whoever made the call for the double aggressiveness coming through, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, the fact that they sent Zekken on his own right through mid.
Zekken यार बहुत खतरनाक मारा यार उसको जो पहला शॉट मारा उसको जिंग को
And he hits it as well. Very crucial.
साला सर फाड़ दिया उसका
Right, they would have gotten the information that Magnet came in through window. They would have been able to back off, pinch on him, so the read was there no matter what.
मैं इस मैच के बाद जा रहा हूं
Hot damn. Sentinels now with that explosive round. They will take themselves up to match point. One more to go to kick off the AVL with a win and keep themselves in the upper bracket of Group A. Let's see what can Paper X get together for themselves. A Bulldog in the hands of Moniette. Devi will be able to afford a rifle with that half armor purchase. Util really full across the board. But crucially, Celsius acquired a map from him overall, sure. But he's got a Rolling Thunder going into what could very well be the closing round of this series.
As long as he uses it, it should come out to great effect. Now the question is do you use it on the entry or do you save it for the retake to really secure the map?
Flash. Cover up there on the cloud. Something. Waiting to see if the push forward comes in. Tens tucked in towards the cubby.
Tens की भी एक फेवरेट स्पॉट है ऑफ करने के लिए उसको पता है कि यहाँ पे बंदा है ऑफ कर रहा है
Playing this one out patiently.
इसका डैश बर्न आउट हो गया
Back over towards the site side here of Long.
देख रहा डिसिप्लिन में बैठा है
I mean, something has to consider so many angles here just to that shadow step, another cyber cage.
अरे यार ये बहुत वो है
Pop, he's playing on such a slim little line here. Tries to go
Shot,
for the shot,
yeah.
but Sasuke's just a bit
क्या
faster.
execute है
Shuts him down. Now the Rolling Thunder opening up the fight. Gets in front of it, but he's only going to be good for one. Sasuke finds the second elimination. Paranoia pulling them up for a brief little moment here. Bounce on the nanoswarm into the corner, but Sasuke finds the third. Forsaken take it down. Tens finds one yet. Jing, however, comes up with three. Finds himself in a 1v1. Jing gets the 4K clutch, and we are going to overtime.
अबे गजब भाई क्या ही वो था
In the flesh. Wow, the 4K on the Reyna. Top
इसको
score
समझ
with
नहीं आया
22
कि
kills for
रेना
his
भी बैकस्टैब
team.
है
And now we go to OT.
और जिंग ले गया भाई
Absolutely unreal. Sasi doing so much work.
No.
The triple from him to open things up. But Jing just arrives and says,
अबे टेंस को पता कैसे नहीं था जब इतने प्लेयर उससे एक ही रेना से फाइट करें अच्छा ही फ्लैश दिया था
absolutely unreal scenes from
फ्लैश
Jing.
दिया तो उसको लगा कि वो ब्लाइंड हो गया
Indeed.
He's got that little smirk going on. Brings us to
Jing is
overtime.
different,
Brings us
man.
a banger of a match here.
बहुत
to kick
consistent
things
player
off on the ABL.
I'll admit, I was a little concerned after the first two maps were 13-7. I thought, okay, Paper X, they're back in. Jing's in form.
Yep.
We're going to go to Haven. Maybe they just slaughter. They change things up. They make it more interesting. Mind Freaks out for the first time in forever. We get to see Moniette on this roster alongside Jing. And now we get to overtime. This is everything we could have hoped for. So for all of you who made the decision to stay up late or wake up early to watch this, you are so damn welcome because this is the series that you deserve.
Absolutely. You are the true winners. To be able to watch Sentinels versus Paper X at the end of 2023 here, going to overtime with these changes that we've had on both rosters all through and through, but also just all players playing at the top of their game, right? I mean, no one really slacking off one way or another. Sure, one might be quiet from one map to the next, but that's all in relativity. Everyone's still holding their own weight. Now Paper X going to be back on the attack, which is where they found most of their success, had that 8-4 half.
In we go. No, not going to be seeing any operators here.
अब interesting हो गया match.
Has been having a hell of a performance here on that jet. Down to having knives in hand.
पुश कर रहे हैं यार
Start
फिर
up
से
over the top, dealt with. Second continuing
अरे जेल्सिस थोड़े
forward.
किल करने शुरू
Smoke
करे
not
ना
going to give him any
Fix
line
ले
of
अपने
sight, so can just get
Mhm.
himself tucked away
तो फिर
to
तो
that A-long
क्लियर जीत
cubby.
जाएंगे
Drone from Divide, however, could flush him
Mhm.
out.
जेकन
Yeah,
रेक
you gotta
24
re-clear
24
this, right? This was one of the
Mhm.
rounds he lost early last time. Oh,
पेनकार्डा को
check.
खेलना चाहिए
हाँ
यार
भाई
he
10-0
got drawn
जॉन
out
क्यूटी
by the
सेम ही
saucy
लगता है
spam. Ooh.
सी पे साइफर है
Pause it, but for the time being, it looks like Paper X widely going to be straying away from the A site. Now, might be okay.
नहीं है, नहीं, नहीं।
Noted here. Flash comes across, push up Jing, knowing where two players are, but just can't quite get on top of either of them. Lear goes through, 10's now going to be finished off as the Divide finds that kill. One spotted, Forsaken with a lurk forward, onto the B site, guns down two.
ये 10 throw किया
Saucy both going to be gone. Cam out from John Cuny, toggles over, gets that little
दो
reveal,
round वो
but
throw ही कर रहा
spray through the box, Jing mows him down, and suddenly it's all on second.
पहले भी
Swings out,
किया था,
finds one, can't get the second.
गोल घूम रहा
And Paper X will now take this to match point.
Very clean first round of overtime coming out from Paper X. And I love just the double
Twins तो
pressure,
लगते
right?
हैं।
You go into garage,
ये राउंड पूरा
just
10 का
because
था
of the chaos, both
उसने
sides using
थ्रो
so
कर
much
दिया
utility,
उसका एम
but
इतना
amidst
शेकी
that
था
chaos, Forsaken's able to creep
क्लियरली
through
बंदा
mid
देख नहीं रहा
all the
तब
way
भी नहीं
to
मार पाया
B.
उसको
That gives him, again,
कोई ना कोई ना
Again,
Yeah.
these lurks that he's getting
Exactly.
through. Absolutely just so huge here from Forsaken. Consistently getting themselves into these positions.
Yeah, the awareness just to keep a heads up, listens for the audio to turn around.
सालों को पसीना छूट
Now,
गया
something does he go for the op here? Because having that op makes things a lot easier in terms of positioning for their composition. But of course, that does mean he would have to go glass cannon.
उनका अटैक है ना अटैकिंग मैप है तो पता नहीं है मुझे जीजी पे नहीं
I
लगता
don't know.
और सेंटिनल जब भी प्रेशर में रहती तो गारंटीड परफॉर्म करती है मुझे तो लग रही है 14-14 होगा 13-13
Burned here by Sentinels. Everything resting on this.
Now, the last time they used it, they read the fact that Paper X would want to push back out off of the timeout, trying to catch them off guard. Zekin got a clean first kill in mid.
Yes.
पेनकार्डा को खिलाना चाहिए यार उसका एम बहुत अच्छा है
Now 6 timeouts, but out of the
ये साला 6 किल पे 26
we've
राउंड
been able to convert around a win after one of those timeouts.
Okay, yeah, that's a good stat to keep in mind.
Okay, a lot of those are going to be, a timeout before you go into an eco, but
Sure.
we're here in OT. There's no more ecos. There's nothing but full commitment. And Sentinels need that going into this round here.
Oh, so instead of just sending Jing, we fixed our problem. We have to push out faster.
Something. Rushing forward. Manya
Wait,
on
here's
top,
the push.
covering fire. Flash does go through. Quick turn from that one. No one within the window, and everybody getting ready. Just full steam ahead. Push up through C site. Forsaken nearby. Pushes up, gets himself through the smoke. Another one greets him. There's the entry. Second gets himself on top of the box here at site. Forsaken opens up. 10's taken down. John Cutie. Quick to reply. A 1-for-1 thus far. Second still playing forward. Jing spotting him for a moment. Jump shot. Second takes him down. John Cutie gets another. It's just buying something now.
जंप शॉट देखा रूम उसका
The reveal onto one. Line of sight.
रुक जा 10
Not
सेकंड
found. Push up. Sasi gets the headshot. And now it's on the Sultan, but there's a high-low with Sasi on the side. And he cannot get that transfer.
13-13 मैं बोला ना सेंटिनल जब भी प्रेशर में रहती है
How is
ओवर
that
परफॉर्म
even
करती है वो
fair, man? Second with the jump shot,
लेकिन
the
अब
Vandal
सेंटिनल जीतेगी इस
gets
बार
the kill. I mean, I thought Paper X had a really fast reaction to it with the flood back sight. Forsaken was staying alive, still got 1 kill. Try to open things up, slow things down. You had the
Zekin एनए का रैंक 1 प्लेयर है रैंक 1 और वो 7 या 8 बार शायद रैंक 1 लिया है उनके रैंक गेम्स में मतलब रेडिएंट रैंक 1 7 या 8 एक्ट्स में सोचो
John Cutie.
मामूली प्लेयर नहीं है वो
Fast reacted. Oh my God. What in the hell?
There.
Gorgeous scenes, but either way, we are far from done, it would seem. And second again, pushing forward. Does he just open up? Yes, he does! Finds 2 before getting taken down.
ठीक है 3v4
Additional damage on that spray through, but still, already so much value found.
Yeah, I mean, Paper X not spotting him in that previous one.
और रेटिंग
Not
खेलेंगे
check for
इजी
that.
Your smoke's gone.
You have to just creep in. You have to walk it in.
इसलिए उन्होंने साइड भी एम्प्टी कर
Well,
दी
at least use the Lear for that first bit of a duel.
नहीं यार
Sasi,
Decent
सेकंड
damage.
की
a
2
little
पिक्स
bit found
बढ़िया
onto the buy and something.
जिंग 4
Just as much in response.
पुश कर रहा
They have the sight. There's no deep flank coming through. No one rotating around through long or sewer. So we know
नहीं
that.
जिंग गया
Something.
गारंटीड गया
Forward position, gets the spot on the one, trying to exit, pulls back, and luckily for him, No one goes on the pursuit. Thrown through, but now he's too far forward.
2v4
Something overcooking it would seem. Certainly
14-13.
overstaying. The push out, 10 swings in,
Ganta जीतेगा ये.
taken down, and Jing cannot get
14-13.
done. Sentinels will once again get match point in their pocket, 14-13.
अब PRX हमेशा B के बाहर और ग्रास कंट्रोल लेती है. इसको आइडेंटिफाई अगर सेंटिनल कर चुकी है तो फिर इसका कोई अपोजिट स्ट्रैट है तो फिर जीत जाएंगे.
To a match victory. I mean, most people looking at the bracket for this tournament said, sure, Sentinels, they look good, they look better than they have before, but it's PaperX, right? But it's the runners-up, and then you have Monye.
जैकन स्मोकर को भी मार दिया ना उनके, तो इन तीनों को साइड ही खेलना पड़ गया इसीलिए. अगर ये बाहर खेलते तो हो ही नहीं सकता. और इसीलिए पुश करने की ट्राई कर रहे थे और सेंटिनल्स को ये बात पता थी.
I mean, you can see Celsius just the assist god at the moment. Doesn't need to
ये पुश है यार ये.
the immense impact that we were seeing from him. As long as he's enabling for Zekken to do what he's doing.
उनको पता है यहाँ पे something का game है.
Dropping a 30 bomb, swing up from something, gets a bit of damage across, but cannot find the kills.
5v4
Once again,
फ्लड इन कर गए.
Oh, and I love this. I love this whole.
सेंटिनल थोड़ा होल्ड ऑन करके फिर दोबारा
you know what the pattern has been for PaperX now.
अटेम्प्ट करते हैं उसी साइड को.
Some of the weakness that we've seen from Sentinels
और ये
is
बात
they wait
PaperX
for
को
this
पता है.
until like the 40-second, 30-second mark, then they get slowed down by a nanoswarm, then they have to run with no information. Monyet is still holding
भाई
true
टेंस
on C-side.
शॉट ही लेके बैठा है भाई.
he's got a shorty around the corner.
एक मारेगा, एक मारेगा.
Swing this one. Shots go
अरे
wide,
नहीं.
swings around, draws out the weapon,
मारेगा,
Tens gets
कौन
a
मारेगा?
headshot. 18 HP, sends out the paranoia for
अब
second.
पता चल
Again,
गया
gonna be
उसको.
tagged by this one in second.
GG,
Arrives, the
GG.
savior to keep him alive. Divine before he dies, managing to find two, but now it's just
GG.
Monyet rotating still back over to the A
Sentinels win.
site in a 1v3. They know his position.
World number 2 team taken out so easily.
And it's going to be the approach here in the
घंटा ही
heaven.
जीतने से सिर्फ.
Sassi will get the final shot in 15-13. Sentinels will explode out onto the
Easy.
stage here in South
Sentinels
Korea
बाप है भाई.
in our opening game of AVL with a win.
हालांकि PaperX अभी आउट नहीं हुआ है. अभी तो टूर्नामेंट पूरा है. अभी तो कैंग वर्सेस
To watch
टेंस होगा.
Sentinels here
उसमें और
live
मजा
in
आएगा.
Korea. And a lot of people looked at the groups and said, damn, it's going to be a shame because chances are we're not going to be able to see them all the way through. But guess what? Sentinels just extended their stay here for just a bit longer as they are
बहुत
the
सही
first
प्लेयर लगता है यार सासी हमको.
go
बहुत सही
into
प्लेयर
that
लगता है
winners
हमको.
bracket here of Group A.
Unreal match here between
close game
these
है
two
ना?
squads. It absolutely delivered across the board.
सेंटिनल यार मैं जानते हो सेंटिनल्स को मैं
overtime.
हाँ सेंटिनल्स को जब ना
Sentinels here
2020 जब से मैं गेम खेलना शुरू किया ना तब से फॉलो कर रहा हूँ मैं इसको.
on foreign
तो
ground.
इनका मतलब पता है मेरे को कि
Their
ब्लड
first
में क्या है सालों
international
के.
victory in so
चलो भाई
very
लोग
long.
यही स्ट्रीम खत्म करेंगे.
Look at how happy they are, and you can often
मैं
tell
तो बस
once
मस्ती में
the
कर रहा
game finishes if a team
देखने
is
को बहुत
just
सारे
happy
हैं.
to win or if they're happy because they feel like they won on their terms, right? If they feel like their plans worked out, and it seems like right now they are just happy to congratulate each
48,000
other,
लोग इसको देख रहे थे.
really respecting the work that each of them did in their own position. Zekken dropping that 30 here, going into overtime, carrying the team in terms of kills
guys.
as that
Like,
entry.
share,
But
subscribe
as you
करना.
mentioned before, a lot of that is off the back of the assist from the likes of Zelsis.
मैं तो सेकंड मैप से आया था.
Setup here from everybody.
फर्स्ट मैप से आया तो ठीक रहता.
And second, just happy to take the reins, happy to take the lead. Sassi as well.
45-9
alongside him.
9
So
to
many impact frags coming through from this guy. The ghost highlights.
किसी को अगर डायरेक्ट मैच देखना हो तो अफ्रीका टीवी पे जाओ, वहाँ पे अपना ईमेल लॉगिन करो, अपना एक कोई अकाउंट बनाओ और फिर वहाँ से डायरेक्ट देखो. वहाँ पे इंग्लिश स्ट्रीमिंग विदाउट किसी और स्ट्रीमर्स के हो रहे हैं.
But so very close
Chalo,
the whole
bye,
way
bye.
throughout. But PaperX, you know, they show us 3 different iterations that are possible with this roster. And, you know, it doesn't look bad, but it also doesn't get them the win here today. So I'm curious to see what happens when they come back up on stage in a couple of days in their lower bracket matchup, as well as curious to see who they're going to be playing against.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta imagine they stop the experiments for just a bit, right? Once you go into the lower bracket, because again, you know, all things point to the fact that
चलो भाई लोग